Today I was watching a video and I'm gonna play it again, but I was watching a video from Chisa Zed and it was a video on men reacting to divorce. And it it one is like a compilation of people when reacting to a divorce, but it was something that he played on there that I remember watching going to work one day, and I just stumbled on it. But it was about a divorce lawyer, and he was talking about marriage and all that. And it's good, and I think it has something to do with granola and blowjobs or something like that. In which I'm going to react, which we're going to react to a little bit, but I want to get this, I guess, monologue. I want to get this monologue. I bet now being in some of these channels, let's say some this is like pseudo red pill or manosphere channels, you're very weary about marriage. Watching these channels, you get a real like you're cautious about marriage. You're seeing videos of dudes, getting cheated on by their women, women having multiple dudes, women having side dudes, dudes getting their emotions hurt even after finding out that the girl's cheating on, like you're seeing a lot of stuff on there, where it's just like some men they take it to the chin, some men are very emotional about it, and we always talk about this generation and how we kind of look at dating slash marriage slash everything all of the above. Now, I grew up. I'm pretty sure I said this many a times. I grew up in a two-parent home. My parents got divorced when I was 20, and by that time, I was joining the Navy. By the time I think I was 21, I was either before, I don't know if it was before or after I went on deployment, but their divorce got final then. But I can at least say during, like, I've had 20 good years of seeing my parents married. Like, was it, was it, you know, strawberries and rainbows or um good times and all that other stuff? Yeah, it was good times. Now I would say this: I don't remember them ever fighting in front of us, so I can at least like never seen them in a dysfunctional argument. I didn't start seeing it until after the divorce, and then most of the time, like you didn't see them argue. At least for me, I didn't see them argue. And I believe that as a parent, you don't want to argue in front of your kids. Like I'm pretty sure they had like real shit that they wanted to talk to, but I've never seen it. I can at least say that, or if they did, I don't remember any. Now there was a time like, and this was before joining the Navy. Um, we gotta we had to go look for a new house. I think because the time was up, and then they just wanted to get a new spot. I was going to summer school, so we had to stay in a spot where my sister and her at the time fiance, or at the time husband, no, at the time fiance, and they lasted about 10 years before they got divorced. But at the time fiance, and I come from a family of six, right? My older brother and my older sister had houses of their own. They had families of their own. So we had to stay. Imagine me and the family, the rest of the family, um, had to stay with my sister, and we all slept in the living room until they got a new spot, which we eventually did. It was like a temporary statement. It was the one time, and I don't think they never knew I was there, but I woke up in the middle of the night. They was on the balcony arguing. I think it was about money and financial issues, but they was in a joint arguing. And to me, I never seen that before, but I don't. I think I don't know what they was arguing about, but I'm pretty sure it was about money and the situation because we just went from being in a house Like it was a house to, and we was renting out of the house to now we're about to go back into apartments. So I'm pretty sure. And then I think my mom, you know, like I said, my mother, she jumped from job to job, even though she had a degree and she had held down good government job. She couldn't keep a job to save her life. She always jumped from job to job, but she always quit just for something. My father has kept the same job for the longest. But the one time I seen him on the that's the one time I've ever seen him argue. And I just went back to sleep. And then like maybe a month or two later, they was talking about we're gonna get a divorce. Now my sisters, they were angry. They were sad. And me, I was just like, I seen it coming. It was, and everybody looked at me because it's just like when everybody was pissed, I was just like nonchalant about it. And it was like, why are you so nonchalant? It was like, I seen it coming. It was like, what do you mean you seen it coming? I heard them argue over in the balcony over there when we were staying with Ornament Jr. And it was so like I seen it coming, and I guess I was just we're ready for that. Now, um, great. Now that's one of my. The other image is my grandparents. My grandparents are still married to this day. Like so, so I can say I have at least two experiences of happy marriages, or at least for the time. One is my grandparents. Like I said, they are still married to this day, and yet they still take trips together. They still do stuff. My grandfather still pays for everything. He's very tradition, very old school tradition. My grandfather's the man in the house and all that other stuff. And my grandmama, she a gangster. I don't care what anybody say. My grandmama's a gangster, but she know how to keep a house. She know how to hold down. She know how to hold down a house. So, but when you see them, you always see them together. You see them dancing with each other. You see them like our her when we went to their I think 50th wedding anniversary. And like you can tell like they just adore each other. And I'm pretty sure they had their ups and downs. I mean, it's like 50 years of marriage. So I'm pretty sure they've been through everything. But yet seeing that, it still keeps my optimism about marriage. And I'm not gonna lie to you, like I understand celebrity marriages are another thing, but I would say at least the Will and Jada one before all this stuff about that, it was just like if people wonder why like we care because I'm pretty sure like a lot of people we get this pushed about being married, raising a family, and all that other stuff. So it's like you need a good example, and our only good example was literally Will and Jada. Now you can look at Jada, Beyonce, um, Denzel Washington and his wife, Samuel Jackson and his wife. Those are great examples. But the one who was just like the first person you think of was Will and Jada. So them going through what the fuck they're going through, and there's whatever the fuck. That's why like a lot of people have things they say about that. Now, uh, what about me? Do I still want to get married? It's funny because like I do, even though the numbers even though the numbers say like at least 54% of marriages get divorced, 80% of the divorce are initiated by women. There's a lot of things that you know push push you against marriages. And I've seen videos of like dudes that are faithful and then they get cheated on by their wives, or like dudes doing what they're supposed to do, like they do their jobs, and even if they're doing the right thing, the women, they just get bored and they're just fuck around, or they just want to look, I gotta do me. And it's that I hate to say this, but it's that woman's nature. But like it's but it I understand why 80% of divorces are initiated by women, because women, your nature is very random. At one point, you love the man, uh, you love the man, you do whatever you want for the man, and then like it's no problem. And then at another point, it's just a snap of the finger. All of a sudden, oh, you being slave, you being oppressed, and all the other stuff. I've seen relationship like that. It was like, oh, I like it when he take control, and then you're getting mad when he's, and then it's like, why does that break up? Oh, he was too controlling. It was, and then you look at him like, but isn't that what you liked about him? You just said I like a man that can take control. I did. So why did you break up with him? He was too controlling. Like, like I've heard like I think I'm bullshitting, but I've heard relationships like that. It's just like the thing that you like about him is the reason why you break up with him. I'm not saying this is all women, but I have seen the point where like some women are like that. Like men, and then men will stay, and maybe it's because of stubbornness, maybe because it's just like we don't really see what's going on, or she's suffering. The woman is for some reason suffering inside, but you know not telling nothing. But usually, if you see the marriages, the men is usually we suffer in silence. Not only we suffer in silence because they think like we're just emotional, but we're also suffering in silence and shit. Niggas is not happy, and then it's just like the old ball and chain. Now, I feel like the problem with marriage is one, and I think one of the it was said in the video that sooner or later I'm gonna pop up. That is that life expectancy wasn't really like a lot now. Most people, like back in the days, your life expectancy. And he says 20, but I know there's sometimes it's like your mid 30s, 40s. Most before like modern technology, most people don't live past 30 or 40. And if they do, they're one of the lucky ones. And now people are living past 100. Hell, some people are living past 110. I think there's someone that was like 120. Like you lived 120 years. And I tell the people, do not be shocked where, and it may be after our time is gone, where people are living in the 200s. Like modern technology will be good enough for people living in the 200s, where like, and I'm going to say it like being in 50, like it's going to be a time where you're like 50 years old and that's your prime instead of your 20s or your teenage years or your 20s. There's going to be a time. And the only reason I say this is because I saw this one Justice League episode where Static Shock came in. He was an old dude. He was like modern technology. He was like 70s to new 30. I think there's going, like I said, I think there's going to be a time where it's just like, yo, and not where, we're going to the 50-year-old men. I'm in my prime. Like, I'm in my prime, about as healthy as I've ever been. Uh, but and then like now, imagine that you being with someone for that long. Now for 200 years, he's like, you think you want to see a 200-year marriage? I don't know. Don't really think so. But like, you're literally spending yours forever with from that person. So I think we've really, and now I've always said, I think as millennials, and we really, especially the millennials, we really need to look at the way how marriage is going to work for our time. We've been on the old traditional side of marriage. I think we need to look at how we can evolve marriage that works for us now, because like times is changing. Like I've said, this gone on the time where a man could work a factory job and support a whole family. Now most people, you need two incomes. You need multiple sources of incomes just to live, okay. I won't even say comfortably, just to live okay and decent. like most people struggling from check to check, and inflation and all that other stuff. So it's just like we need to look at marriage differently to where it's just like, hey, now, like I said, I still want to get married. Hell, there's candidates to where there's some women that I was like, I think that I'm marriage material that I looked at, and I'm thinking I would love to marry that woman. It's just, um, my my ex for 3 years was one of them, but like I said, I ain't spoke to her since in about a good 10 years. Oh, I haven't seen her personally like a good 10 years. But there are other women that I've talked to that was like, I would marry you in an instant. And I've said that. And it's funny, it's funny to mention this. It's just like me and Material, like we had this talk about, and like sooner or later we'll bring this on. But she's going, like she has her belief in marriage, and which is very interesting. And I would rather her say it because I think I might botch it up. So one of these days we'll talk about that. But on here. But I do still want to get married. And the thing is was on my side it's just like I want to make sure that I'm good. Also that I'm for one get all this shit out of my system because I've never cheated, I can say I don't think I've never been tempted to my limits. Like I've been in relationships where I haven't cheated, but I don't think I'm been pushed to my limit to where a girl wants me and that she wants to fuck me, and it's just like like the way how men look at women, some shit like that. It's just like, oh, you trying to smash, just something like that. I've never had that temptation where a girl tries me like that. Now I've seen other people do that to other men, like especially like with women. They'll try your man's and all that other stuff just to say they did it, and then it's an ego. That's an ego business. It's like I fucked your man. Now, you know, and then that's that's the thing with women. Now, why do I say that? And women, because women's just, if you're a woman, you thinking you can just say no, you can resist, and it is true. But I've always said this: you as a woman, maybe even since before puberty, men has offered dick to you, and I say this to women all the time. Even since you at puberty, you have been offered dick by like a lot of men. Like niggas just want to fuck you just because you are fine, or like they don't even have to know your name. Is that you just a pretty face in them? Now, men, it doesn't happen like that. We got to bring something to the table. We got to have something valuable to even get women to even look at us. So when we yeah. So when we like get women that's just honest, just to want to fuck us, just to fuck us, it throws us off. I don't care who you are, it throws you off. Unless you are that fine as a or you're a handsome man when women throw themselves at you. But for regular dudes, it's just like sometimes we'll see a girl that's just like, "Oh, you trying to fuck," and then we're like, what? Like that shit would like the shit would throw you off as a man. I know it's thrown me off where girls just want to like she want to fuck and I'm like, word? Like usually I have to try, but I like it's one thing like if you ever got put like I've gotten sex without trying, and it's some honestly it's weird for me because I feel like I had to bring something, but nah, she's just horny and she was like let's go. That shit throws me off. I'm used to working for it, and the fact that I didn't have, there was times where I didn't have to work for it. That shit kind of threw me off. But that's just me. But That's now women. You could say no all the time because like dick has been offered to you all the fucking time. It's just like sometimes too much to where it's just like it disgusts you. It's just like, damn, is that all you look at me as? There's a piece of me? There's someone you just want to fuck? You don't get to know me? You don't know my personality? You don't know how crazy I am? He was like, you want to invite me? Like dudes invite women over to your house and they be like, you don't know if I'm crazy or some shit like that. You just want to get your dick wet. No, that's and some men it's just like, yeah, it's just like yeah. So it's different from to me it's different. It's like I know a lot of people want to argue that, but nah, it's different from between men and women, especially like I just explained it. Um, but yeah, I still want to get married, and the person I want, whoever this person I'm married, is just like I want to love them forever. It's just like I want to make sure I do my part. Like you ain't never gotta worry about me. Like people ask me, what the things that you want in your woman, and I've always said, no one to be a cheerleader, and no one to be a head coach. And if you want to know why I say that, it's because let's just say you're doing the right thing. Like you're paying your bills on time, you're working, you're taking care of the household, the wife is happy, the kids are happy. Like during that time, I just need you to be like if you see me doing work and all that other stuff, I just need you to be my cheerleader. It's just like pat a nigga on the back. It's like, baby, you doing wonderful. I just want to say you're the best man I could ever have. Like blase blase, like you keep this family moving. It's just like where would I be without you? I'm just mad. Like niggas love that shit. Like like if we get appreciated like that, I feel like niggas come in more happy and all that other stuff. And then if I'm fucking up, let's just say I'm fucking up. I want my woman to be she'd be the first person to tell me. And say, look, babe, you know what? Maybe we should do it this way. Maybe we should do it this. And I just gotta, if you're not prideful enough, sometimes you can just sit there and listen. Okay, if I do this, then everything be good. Now, some women, I don't know why, and I always found this women like they will tell you what's wrong with their relationship. And if a man be like, "How do I fix it?" Y'all like the fact that you even have to ask is. I said no, and I'd be like, "No, it's not." The fact that he has to ask is means he's really trying to fix it. Because otherwise, he can be like, go suck your mother. Go suck your mother. Or sit your dumb ass down. It's just like some women don't understand. Like some dudes we're problem solvers. So if you tell us something's wrong, we're going to try to fix it. And if we really, really, really care about you, we're gonna make sure we fix it, and then make sure like it never happens again. Now you women was just like shit. Let my man lose a job. It's just like he gonna have to find a way to get it. We both are not struggling and all that other stuff. Meanwhile, that man put you to college, like got you your degrees and all that other stuff, and yet you won't you won't even look at him like this is where I had to understand the hypergamous nature of women. Let's just say that. I learned hypergamous nature from my sisters and other women I met. It's just like, but I get it. I do get it. As a woman, you want someone to look up to. You want someone that's gonna be a man 24/7. I do fucking get it, and I hope you do get it. But not every man is perfect, and then you gotta look for that perfect man. And it's just like, oh, is you just think he's the perfect person, and then like one thing could be wrong, and it'd be like, I don't need him no more. It, I've seen shit like that. I've seen shit like that happen. Um, in conclusion, because I think I talked on long enough. It's been like that. I still have high hopes for marriage. I might do a part two to where I'm looking at. I'm not gonna do it tonight because I can feel myself going to sleep, and I just want to get this part off. But um, part two, I'm probably gonna be looking at, this Jesus Zed video I told y'all about, and then we're probably gonna be like giving you my opinions on that. But I just want to say I still do believe in marriage. I still believe in love. I still, I understand that as a man, I'm going to have to make sure that everybody's good. Make sure if I'm like the protector and the provider that I do the things I said I was going to do because I do want to get married and I don't want to go over passport, even though like I feel like I probably will benefit, but I want to stick with my sisters here. You know, get the love and appreciation from them here. And maybe that's me being stubborn, but I do feel like I can find my love here, and I might be closer than I actually think, but I think I might find my love here, and that's how I feel. Um, Let me know how you guys feel about. I want to know what's your thoughts on marriage in general. Like, do you still want to get married? Is there things that's scaring you, preventing you from getting married? Is there anything that a man must do to you, ladies? Is there anything a man must do to have your hand in marriage? And dudes, is there anything that a woman could do to make you just like love her without nagging? If you understand what the hell I'm saying. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Like I said, look out for part two. Maybe before I go to work. I don't know. I will probably share that video. But until then, this your boy Eskino Fly. My name is Eskino Fly, and I am out. Peace.